Hey, what's going on, everybody? This is Justin bringing you a Black Ops free-for-all on Havanna. Havanna is actually one of my least favorite maps. The buildings that line that center throughway or that center street usually end up being a camper's haven, so I don't usually do too well on this map, but ended up doing alright here. I'll be using a suppressed AUG with Hardline Pro, Sleight of Hand Pro, and Ninja. My kill streaks, I believe, are Spy Plane, Blackbird, and the Dogs. And this game isn't a phenomenal score. I think it ends up being like a 30-9. I go on a tear here at the very beginning, and then towards the end I just start to get kind of either cocky or impatient, and I have a couple stupid deaths and I have a couple RC card deaths, and those things just can't help. So I end up with just over a 3 KD, but I'm not really here to talk about the gameplay as a whole. I have a few things that I have recognized recently with my own game style that I was going to share with you guys on some of the issues I've been having, especially with people dropping into second chance. And I'm not good enough to always get my aim on target for a headshot, so usually my aim ends up being about midsection, right above the waist, and usually those are full 4-bullet kills for most of the guns, depending on distance, depending on whether it's suppressed or not, but most of the time it's a 4-bullet kill. However, if the person ends up dropping in a second chance, my aim goes from their midsection to above their head because they're now on the ground. So one thing I've started doing, and I'm not saying that this is absolutely 100 correct to do, but it's ended up helping me out with a lot of the kids that are dropping, or I don't mean kids in a derogatory manner, all the people that are dropping into second chance, is I've started aiming, if I have the time to aim, to like the mid thighs and below. And what that does is it keeps my aim for when they drop into second chance. It keeps my aim still on them, so I don't have to readjust once they fall to the ground. And it's ended up helping me out a lot here recently. And like I said, I'm not saying that this is something that you guys should do, but if you find that you're having a lot of trouble killing people that drop into second chance, then maybe give it a go and see how it works for you. The other thing I wanted to talk about, completely not game related, was a podcast that I was listening to last night, and it's a podcast that's put on by a couple of my subscribers who I am also subscribed to, and they are Verbal, I Larry Legend, and Mr. I Tryhard. And it's not I Larry Legend, it's just Larry Legend with a couple of I's in there. Anyways, it's called the F&G podcast, and the F&G stands for fucking new guys, and they are all people that I play with. I think that they met somehow or somehow connected through the Huppet Gaming website. When we play, we usually run with the Huppet tag, clan tag, so they're really cool guys that put on this podcast, and it's basically, you know, they touch on subjects within the community, but they also have informal sections where they just kind of bullshit, and it's kind of a nice break from getting Black Ops shoved down your throat at all times. So if you guys want to check out that podcast, it's on Sunday nights at 9, I believe. Verbal, Larry, or Tryhard, respond in the comments if that's not correct. I'll try to find the link for it and post it in the description, so you guys can check it out on Sunday nights. It's very interactive, especially with the people in the forum, so it's a lot of fun. Check it out. The other thing that, the reason why I brought that up is because last night I was listening to the podcast, and they had Onslaught on as a special guest, and actually Woody ended up coming into the chat forum for a few minutes and got a couple good topics going. But one topic of interest to me was, I don't remember how they got onto it, but it's kind of irrelevant, was how people ended up with their particular gamer tag. And right here, I'm just completely infatuated with this Claymore. I don't know what I was doing. But anyways, so it got me thinking, and I see some very original gamer tags, and I see some very unoriginal gamer tags, and I kind of want to know how you guys ended up with the gamer tag. If you feel like it, leave a comment with your gamer tag and why you chose that gamer tag. And along the same lines, I want to challenge you guys to guess why I have the gamer tag that I do. And there were a couple little hints that weren't left purposely in a lot of my Modern Warfare 2 videos. It has to do not with anything that I really said, but there were some maybe some things in my class setup. I'll give you guys that hint is some things in my class setup were a hint as to why I have the gamer tag that I do. Now, if you guys feel like messing around and trying to guess, I don't know, we'll figure out something for the winner if somebody actually wins. I don't know what, but we'll figure something out. And if you can guess it, then I challenge you to try to do so. The gameplay is almost over here, so there's a few other things that I wanted to touch on. The score ended up, I think, 30-9, or 30-9 or 30-7. I don't remember which one, but first and foremost, I want to thank everybody for the feedback that I got from my latest video. You know, there were a couple comments that I completely agreed with and brought up some good points that I'm kind of paddling upriver, but the way I look at it is worst case scenario, everything stays the same. So we're not really losing anything, and if it changes just a couple of minds, hopefully it will become infectious and start to change a lot of people's views in the way that they respond to each other in the community. But like I said, I really appreciate your support and the comments that you made on it. Thanks to Sets22, who featured that video on his channel and got a bunch of views and a bunch of thumbs up. So hopefully it spread it a little bit wider to a different audience than that would have usually seen it just on my channel. I'll be out of town for the next week or so, so if you guys comment on these videos or send me an email and I don't respond, I apologize. I have started Twitter. It's at longhauler13 that you guys could follow me on. It's the easiest thing for me to access at work, so it's probably the best way to get in touch with me. And last but not least, the Twitter link will be in the description as well. And last but not least, have a happy holiday if you guys celebrate that. If not, have a great week. And I think we're done here.